Excuse me as a lender, I ain't got it. Someone comes in with an offer, someone gets pre-approved for me, it's not very good.
Got a chasm in the middle. I like it. You good, Pete? Going? Okay. Where's Cassie? She coming? No?
She's at a meeting.
Busy. All righty, kids, good morning. How's everybody? Where is everybody?
On Facebook Live.
All right, so see, so you guys have the best chance of winning the valuable swag bag.
There's been a lot of giveaways today, so there's a good chance of winning something.
The lucky number is 2.
You only signed in once. All right, kids. Talk about this in a second here. Some quick numbers. I don't know if this is fate, but when I did these last night, we had exactly 7,900 homes active and exactly 11,000 total. What does that mean?
Choices.
I have no idea. It was kind of weird how it was a nice round, even number there. 7,900, 11,000.
When you pull your 7,900, where do you get that from? Because I do Boulder City, Las Vegas, Las Vegas, and I get about 7,400.
Do you click single family?
Yes.
That's just single family, and then I click attached and detached. Because there are some agents that think a single family is attached.
That's a good point.
They do it wrong. You know, they click single family and attached, but it should be detached. So, but I think I just do the whole, everybody. So it should be,
Question for you. So, what about D.R. Horton used to build these little cul-de-sac homes? But they're a single family, they're just attached at the garage. They're their own little houses. And some are 3 bedrooms, some are 2 bedrooms. There's usually one 2 bedroom with a 1-car garage, and then 2 of them are 3 bedroom. But it's in the cul-de-sac. And there's usually 2 here and 2 here, but they're attached to the garage.
is that a townhome or a single family?
That's a single family attached.
See? So that's what I'm saying.
Single family can be attached or detached. It's
See?
just, a condo is the condo.
It's just less common.
Townhome,
right?
it's a townhome.
Townhome can be a single family attached.
Of course it can. Sure, it depends.
Unless the tax record's called a condo.
For me, if my house is attached to somebody else's house, that's a condo or a townhome in my world. Now, if it's detached, it's a single family home. So
You know how to find out? Go to the assessor's page and look up one of those addresses and see how they have it.
So,
The description.
which is funny because I sold a townhome one time that there were 2 units and they were attached right down the center. But they were 2 separate ones, they were deemed townhomes. But everywhere in that whole subdivision was townhome, but when we went to go buy it, he was having issues because on that one assessor, it said condo.
Yeah.
And we're like, it's not a condo, it's like everywhere else is here. So we had to dispute
Maybe
all
you
that.
guys are smarter than me. So when a builder builds the home, are they the ones that give the tax assessor that data? Do they check a box, townhome or single family?
Does this townhome
Like
have
who?
land?
Sure, it could, or it could not.
It's probably county commission, right? I
So-
would think.
Lucas County.
So they look at what? It's just land, I mean, the house, like who determines townhome or single family? You think the Clark County?
Permits.
Not the builder?
I think it's permanent, yeah.
The county, no?
A listing agent, let's just
There
say.
you go. Check off all the boxes you want.
But the lenders care about the assessors.
Okay, a lot of homes on the market, this is going up, I'm waiting to hit 50, not really, but it'll hit 50, I don't know.
That's when everything falls apart. It could be.
Crazy stuff, but that's the numbers here. If you missed the wind down Wednesday, Epic Lending is doing some epic things, like that, John? Epic things?
Oh, we got video?
I think so. I think so.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but we have Spotify too. Get rid of Spotify. Notice the ease that I could go back and forth. It's
I
like-
was actually impressed.
It's like a duck,
Don't worry.
duck on water, tell you.
Oh, shit.
Spoke too soon.
I got a what? I don't know my login to Facebook. Do you know your login?
No.
Well, go check it out, it's in the closed group.
Hit login, I get it.
Okay. This is not user error, okay?
You already have a password, just log in.
Another error of some kind here, okay? Yeah.
Is it John dancing? Can you improvise?
No, I was definitely not
Did
dancing.
you reenact last night?
No.
Okay. The cool thing about last night is, this was given away.
We gave away 2 things.
2 things. Is the winners here? Oh, they're drinking.
No.
It's still here. Yeah, so how big was it to be determined, a
I
gallon?
think it was a gallon of Prosecco.
Yeah. It's still here. That was last night, and if you missed Alex, the funny thing about Alex, and I really love Alex, but some attorneys, and this is said with love, Alex, can be boring. You guys agree?
Yeah.
Like, in the afternoon, we had another attorney here do probate. You know, the paint drying on the wall was more exciting than what she was talking about.
I thought it was exciting.
But no, the information was incredible. But the delivery, you know, could have been, you know, that's all I'm saying. Not that they have to do slapstick or, you know, Dave Chappelle here. But don't ignore this. There's a handout. I saw someone reading. I think it was Maria. There's those handouts out there. That's right there. Grab one of those because you might think this doesn't apply to you, but it does. It really does. It's not Teams. It's not just robo-dialers. It could be anyone that you call, and they're on the do not call list, and all of a sudden you get a fine, or you get a complaint put up against you. So we're gonna do more on this.
The most important one that I think we all learned was if your friend gives you a referral and says, hey, you need to call this person, and you call that person, and they're on the do not call list, they can turn you in.
Wow.
It was a referral from your friend, so we were like, really? So we've all done
It's a whole thing.
certain things that might be affected by that.
So what should we say? So should we say, hey, are you on a do not call list? Can I talk to you? Or
You wanna know Alex's
Have your
answer?
friend connect you in a text, so then that friend can,
oh God.
What the attorney's
But
advice
that's always
is
better
to
anyway.
keep us all from being sued, and none of you are gonna do this. I know this is being recorded. I'm gonna get in trouble, but according to Alex, every lead you get, or before you call a person, or when you call that person, before, you go to the do not call registry and see if their number is on it. So before you make every phone call, to every lead, every referral, you go to the do not call registry and see if they're on there. How many of you are gonna do it? Everybody raise their hand, right? Yeah, everyone's gonna do it. Yeah, baby. So I've told you guys what you're supposed to do. So I'm off the hook here, right, Wayne? So, but in the real world, that's what the law says. We're supposed to call them and say, hey, or check the do not call registry. Then even after they get on the phone, we're supposed to say something to them about, you know, moving forward, is it okay if I reach out to you? Do I have your permission? I don't know. So, just use a little common sense, especially if they say they're on the do not call list. Don't call them again. That's what happened with the lawsuit he had yesterday. The EXP agent had a virtual assistant in the Philippines cold calling FSBOs. And FSBO said, don't call me anymore. The virtual assistant told the agent at EXP. EXP agent told his broker, I think, and the broker said, look, take them off your list. 3 months later, they called the guy again. That's the lawsuit.
Yeah, the guy called the broker.
Yeah, so they say, don't call them, don't call. Just move on. It's not worth one transaction, okay? But that's happens, okay? Next week, we have the staging, folks coming by. That'll be a fun one. No sales meeting afterwards, because, the following week because of the summit. And then we have a business planning workshop, and then, we'll have a meeting, but it's really gonna be a turkey day. So Suzanne's gonna have a RSVP list. You gotta bring in some food. If you don't bring any food, you don't get any turkey. Okay, so do what you take here, okay? You know, bring in a bean casserole, bring in a couple of donuts, I don't know what you bring in something, okay? We'll do all the other stuff, the turkey and the mashed potatoes and all that stuff, okay? Real quick, the summit is here. I think 50 people from Vegas are going so far, give or take. So hopefully that'll increase. We'll probably post the app. If you guys are curious that aren't going, there's an app, One Events app, I think it's called. And you can see what is happening if you're so inclined, okay, during the event, what speakers are there, what you're missing, all that kind of good stuff, so,
So you're gone too, right?
yes.
when are you gone for a whole week or are you?
They never come back. Just
Stay high on it.
Depends on how much fun we're having.
Yeah.
Who is
If he's
replacing
with
you?
Jeff.
There she is. There she is,
Okay.
baby. She is the corporate broker in charge.
No.
Me, Jeff, and Mark, no, me, Jeff, and Mark are going. So Wendy, Gabby, and Jim will be in town. Okay? But you're still gonna call me, you're still gonna text me, I know you will. You could. I don't know if I'm gonna respond. And is it 3 hour time?
3 hours.
So keep that in mind.
Might be someone in the Philippines that responds.
It could be a Filipino guy, that's it, that's it. So Tony Robbins will be there, so we're looking forward to seeing Tony. Here's the rev up schedule for the newer folks that are here, you've seen that before. This is the Thanksgiving Turkey Day, correct, Sue? Right. Potluck, that means you bring in food, like I said earlier, okay? So it's usually a fun event, we have all the tables, we get the turkeys from the local, John Mole, I think, creates we buy a couple of turkeys from him, really good stuff, a lot of fun. So that's the 20th. John's event is getting closer with the Thanksgiving pie. Do you have any idea of any?
Haven't heard from anybody.
A little slow, huh?
I've seen some people putting it out there, but
Yeah?
I've not
Okay.
gotten it.
All right. Okay. And then we have the chili cook-off next Thursday, right? Okay, so bring in some chili. Mine is, I'm making mine now in advance. It's simmering for a week. It's gonna be incredible, okay? Onboarding 11/12. If you're new to the company, please be on this call with me. It's usually the first Wednesday of every month, but that first Wednesday of November, we're in Miami. So please be on this Zoom call. You get to meet the vendors. You get some information about Real 2-1 Group that you're gonna need to know. Okay, so please, all of you that are new, that's the post. We all know how cool the digital calendar is going along. Tim again did a great job. Please access it, okay? Correct, if there's something you want, a class you want done, go see Tim, or go see Heather, or go see whoever, and maybe they can add it to it, okay? Or something that you want them to do in addition to what's on there. But it seems to be going over relatively well, and the digital stuff is fun, okay? There's Morgan, am I gonna have him talk now? Okay, we had enough of him, okay? Oh, we had 6% yet? Well, you'll tell us later, okay? But this is cool, you get this every day. If you're not getting this from John, tell him, he'll email you. Not many lenders will send you their rates every day, okay? Well, we have John has no trouble doing that, and Ricky has no trouble doing that, okay? Heather's gonna be kind of quiet today, it's gonna be like the Tim Sam show later on, okay? Heather's here somewhere, right? She hides in the back sometimes, I like that. Right after this class, is Patrick here? No?
He's on his way.
He's on his way. I'm gonna stay for this class. It's a cap cut class. Okay, my understanding is a way of, 30 seconds, what is it?
So we're gonna do a workshop, so we're not gonna stand up there and preach this is how it should be done. We're just gonna sit there with our phones or laptop. Any pictures you have in your phone now, they don't have to be real estate related. We are just gonna, it could be the free version on CapCut, and we're just gonna sit here and we're gonna make quick little template videos and post them. And then we're gonna do some engagement too. So we're gonna work together as a team and we're gonna make it happen. So stay after the meeting and let's do it.
No
Make it
cap.
happen, look at that, I like that. Gonna make it happen. Oktoberfest is coming up next Thursday, next Tuesday,
Tuesday.
3 o'clock, so we can all head on down to the, who hasn't been to the Rock Title office on Russell? Okay, chop, you need to go. Hopefully you'll go there more often when you meet your clients. That would be nice, when they sign, okay? So this is all the stuff they're doing this month, giving back to the Ronald McDonald House, which is kind of a cool charity, okay? These are Tim's classes, he's gonna talk more about these, when they are, the times they are, how often they are per month, the one orientation, the one suite, he'll talk about that, okay? Some more Rock Title stuff, we all know who these folks are, they won a bunch of awards, okay? This, from Wendy, we leave this in here probably forever, because there's some really good stuff on here. It really is, okay? I don't get to revise that sometime.
I do.
There's probably a few
Revised
things.
it, yeah.
Yeah, there's a few things.
Started
on there.
working on it, but
Yeah,
no choice.
right. I think it's quiet, we good?
It's good, I just need you guys to make sure that.
That's not 100% good, you know? It's
No,
good.
because I've got so many rental checks, I really need to get rid of them. I have 2 rental checks right now that are gonna have to go back to the listing side to get recut because they're so old.
Not that we wanna put anybody on the spot, because we appreciate you guys coming to the meeting, but any of those agents here?
On the one now?
Any of those agents here in the meeting,
In the room?
in the room? Just say yes or no, you don't have to point them out.
one.
Cause I know who it is.
Someone's got money on her desk.
So you know who you are, okay? You're causing grief to Maria. We don't want grief on Maria, okay? So otherwise the money goes back to ABC Property Management, and then good luck trying to get them to cut another check. They will, but it's not like they'll do it tomorrow. You'll wait another 2 months for your money. All right, kids, we all know what this is, that process. All right, before we do this though, again, you guys know I'm on this trivia kick lately. How many agents are in Las Vegas, part of our MLS?
2005.
Pick a number. Who thinks it's 15-1, 15-4, 16,000? In our MLS as of this morning.
1605.
1605.
15-4.
So we got 1 or 2 for this, 1 for that. Anybody think it's this? Okay, that's the one. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay, every Thursday at 8:30, you can get on the live BOD meeting. I just go back and forth because we have our meeting. Sometimes they have little nuggets on there, okay?
It's in Las Vegas or?
Yes, Southern Nevada.
Here, they're working our MLS. They're
LVR.
part of LVR. What does this number represent? Anybody want to take a guess?
How many agents left?
How many, fill out?
How many left? Okay, good. Okay. This represents how many real estate companies are in town.
Wow.
Wow, right.
So, 10 agents per
I'm not making this up.
Wow.
And what percentage, like 1-2%?
There are almost 1,600 companies in town.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. So do the math. I'll go whiz. So if I put a 0 here, the average brokerage has like 9 agents. 10. Right? Divide 1,600 by 15.4, like 9 or 10 agents per company. We have a whole bunch of those, but it tells you what we're dealing with there, you know? For better or for worse.
Well above the curve.
Okay. Now this is something that's either you're gonna be thrilled, or you're gonna be pissed. Okay? This represents millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. 18, 21, 25, 30. How much money does LVR have in the bank?
18.
I got one for 18. All right, here 21.
Let's go 25. just
25 for the Caspers. I'll give you 2 for that.
I said 18, you said 25.
All right. Ooh, I got a 32. There's a 30. Do I hear another 32? 32 on what? Another 32. Okay. Any more? Another 32. Look at mine, right? What a raise. 25.
Good job.
$25 million in the bank. Is that good?
So we're having a big party then?
Is it bad?
That's excellent.
I'm just, I mean, all I know is that every month LVR turns a profit. And a lot of it is from your fees, your late fees. Speaking of late fees, how many people are we gonna have to terminate tomorrow? 3, 4?
How many what?
There's 16 agents that have not paid LVR.
Wow.
At Realty One.
Yeah, no, it's office.
This office.
Oh, wow.
So if they don't pay, their MLS is cut off. Then if they don't pay by next Friday, we have to terminate them. And how many times do you think we've reached out to them? 3,000 times. We've emailed, we've texted, we've knocked on their door, we've sent carrier pigeons, you know, what do you wanna do? But some of them just, I don't get it. So, but, yeah, so 60 of them might be going to the curb. But we do have $25 million in the bank, and a lot of that is because of late fees. So don't, put, who's on the monthly $121? Is that what it is, $121 a month at LVR? Smart man, okay? We all should be on that $121 a month, and just put it on your debit card. Instead of getting the $600 in January, right, January 3rd, we get the bill. If you're not on the monthly, and then you come to me and say, Tim, what is this? You've been a realtor 14 years. What do you mean, what is this? You chose to be on that plan and pay $600 every January. So get on the monthly plan, so you don't have to pay $600 in January. So, gotta keep that in mind. All right, gang. I think this is gonna be the most important class we've had this year. I know you might say this is a little nutty down here today. But that's how important I think the CRM is. I mean, I remember when I joined RE/MAX, Doug Miller might have been there at the time. And RE/MAX had all these great tools, like we have. And when I got there, interact with the agents, none of the agents used them. I had all this shit. These are all stupid. We pay all this money. Go buy Follow Up Boss. Go buy Top Producer. And I did, like an idiot. So for years I had follow-up boss, and it was great. For $89 a month, it better be great, okay? I should have just used the one at Remax. But I didn't. I took the advice of the dopey Remax agent that said it's no good, okay?
It wasn't any good.
It's true, that's true, but it was free.
I think whatever
That's
you
the
do
cost.
and actually implement is the one that's.
Well, we know the old cliche.
Yeah.
What's the best CRM?
Well, you-
No, so use our one, it's not like our one suite is like inferior, it's not, okay? It does almost everything the other ones do, almost, and it's free. Okay, it's not free, you're paying $100 or $50 a month, whatever it is, but use it. And then down the road, if you're making money, get follow-up boss. Get a Real Geeks, I don't know, who else is out there?
Top producer.
Top producer, yeah, that's been around for a zillion years, you know? But for now, you need to use one suite, okay? If one thing is gonna make you more money next year, is organizing all of your people, okay? Because if they're all over your head or a little, for years, I used an Excel spreadsheet, for probably 2 years in the beginning. I had an Excel spreadsheet with little columns, buyers, sellers, you know, future buyers, and that was my CRM. Until I figured out, until I got conned into buying follow-up boss for $89 a month for 5 years, okay? So don't do that. John and Tim are gonna get into just the basics of the database, and then Tim's gonna get into more how one thing works. And then if it goes really well, I know, he's gonna do 17 more classes on how to use one suite for us, okay?
It's amazing, all the classes are already there, right?
John Morgan and Tim Sams, everybody, standing ovation, right? Standing ovation.
So, I have hair in this picture. Gotta get that updated.
Oh, there it goes. I wasn't touching it. There we go. Alright.
So real quick before you get started, I was trying to find my sport coat so I could be like John, but I couldn't find one.
Look at that.
And then I rolled up and he's in this manly truck. And I'm driving my daughter's Mini Cooper.
I heard a voice. I'm like,
Hey John! John's looking
there's
around.
Tim in this little car.
I'm like, don't mind the 5 stuffed animals in the back seat. Anyway, so we are super excited to do this. I'll get you set up, John.
Okay, so it's a time of year for business planning too. So business planning converging on database is important because you cannot possibly execute a business plan without using a CRM, okay? The health of your CRM dictates what you're going to do for a year. Because you can put anything on paper, you can put anything in your head you want, but if you can't measure it, you can't improve it. And that's the idea of having business plans. You know where your return is, you know what's working, you know what you want to work and what to put more into. And if you don't have a database where you're keeping track of everything, then it's pointless to even have a business plan, okay? And unfortunately, most people don't have business plans in this industry, and even more don't use CRMs even if they're provided for them. So, let's jump into this.
Why is that? Just curious.
Say that again?
Show of hands real quick. Who is actually using the CRM right now? Okay.
And you're all telling the truth, who's lying?
Who logs in? Who logs in daily?
There you go.
You have to.
How many of those individuals are in one suite?
We just.
Okay. All right. So, database, CRM. Anybody know what CRM stands for?
Relationship management.
Nice.
Relationship. It's everything in this business. It's everything in my business. It's everything in Tim's business. It's everything in this business. Okay? Relationship management. And again, back to beating a dead horse, if you don't have a CRM, you are not efficiently managing your relationships or nurturing them. Okay? So, who knows this guy? Everybody knows this guy, right?
Knows that.
Yeah, I do too. Don't want to follow that much, but effectively working your database can generate a 10% yield. So every 7 to 10 people in your database can equal 1 transaction. Maybe. Could be better too. Again, it depends on the health of your database. If you have 1,000 people, leads in your database, and you don't have them classified down to relationships that are nurturing and building, then your yield is probably a lot less than 10%. But if you are efficiently executing a plan and a business plan, it could be more than 10%. You could live off of about 150 people only in your database and be a high producer, and your percentage would be higher than 10, okay? And it's not that hard, and we're gonna show you how.
You might have to come late. And speaking of that real quick.
Oh, there we go.
We used to have an agent, Realty One Group, unfortunately he passed. He had cancer, name was Martin. We all know Martin, okay? He had, we were talking about, he'd been in this 20 years. And one day I was talking to him and about database, and I said, how many, and we went around the room, you know, how many do you have in your database? 3,000. How many do you have? You know, 2,500. Martin had 250. And he's been doing it for 20 years. I said, dude, you only know 250? He goes, Tim, I know these people so well. He goes, every year, that's 10 deals from those 250 people. Because I know their kids' birthdays, I know what high school they went to, I know everything about them. Okay, so they have 250 people. So you don't need thousands of people, like John said.
So here's a stat: 86% would use buyers would use their agent again or refer to them to others. Only 27% of them actually did. What's number one reason?
They weren't in touch.
Follow up. Follow up, right? I'm bad at it. There's not really very many people that are amazing at it. Even your top producers, I guarantee you, they have a CRM reminding them constantly of what to do, okay? So don't feel bad that you can't remember birthdays or what you talked about last week with one of your clients. That's what the CRM is for. You can't possibly manage all those.
That's the beauty of a CRM.
Yeah.
It's to help you.
Makes you
Help
look
your
amazing.
assistant.
Yeah. Sellers referred by a friend, relative, or neighbor, 36%. 73% sellers who would use the same agent again. Okay? Again, same issue. If you have a strong database, you're going to capture this stuff. You're not going to have these problems. You guys do all the work. Either you pay good money or you spend good time building this, but then you just let it go adrift and someone else grabs your deals and pulls them. Okay? So stay in front of them. 3 mistakes for making your real estate database: neglecting to keep info up to date. All right, it's slow right now. All right, you're not out showing homes every day, or maybe you are. That's good. But if you don't know what to do, or if you're trying to stay busy, get in your database, re-onboard your database, go through everything, update the information. All right, dates, quality over quantity. If you have 150 versus 15,000, that 150 has birth dates, kids' names, favorite colleges, alma maters, all of that stuff turns into deals, okay? That's a quality contact in your database. Not prioritizing follow-up, and this is one we're going to beat the heck out of today, is failing to segment the database. Having a healthy CRM is great, but if you have to keep going to search for the person you want to give content to, the right content, right person, right time, that's what you need to shoot for. And if they're not segmented into the right groups, it's going to be hard for you to manage that. So we're going to talk a lot about segmenting. Center of influence. A lot of people mess this up. They have way too many people in their center of influence. Rule of thumb, very simple. If someone would refer you by your name, that is someone that would be in your center of influence. If they're like at work, it's like, oh, I know a good realtor, you got some work to do on that person. Instead, they should be saying, oh my gosh, you guys are buying a house? Tell me you haven't got a realtor yet, because John or Tim is the most amazing realtor. We've done 2 homes with him. My friend has done homes with him. You gotta call Tim. That is a center of influence contact. And you don't have to have a lot of them. Don't fill the space with just, they're not garbage, but I'm gonna say garbage, right? Garbage in, garbage out. I would rather focus my time on 80 people that I knew really well, just going back until 250, you know, and get 18 deals out of it because I nurture at a high level with those 80 people, and I don't have to run around doing a whole bunch of other tasks. It's a one-page business plan built around nurturing those 80, and it's set for a year of what I need to do with them, all right? And the database is central. So anyone that would connect you with others or refer you by your name, that is a center of influence. Community residents, people in your farm, people in your neighborhood. I have a realtor, he's still works with me, up in Salt Lake. And I was taking him on this journey of getting into client nurture, cleaning up this database. I got him into Popeyes. And I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, I'm still trying to go to these Popeyes. I'm like, you had 10. He's like, oh, I'm giving about 40 of them this month. I'm like, why? He goes, oh, there's people in my neighborhood. Community residents are not center of influence. All right, do they know you by name at least? No. They could be a lead in the masses. Gen Pop. Put them in Gen Pop and let your CRM churn them and try and get something out of them, get a response from them. But that's Gen Pop, not your center of influence or sphere. Buyer or seller leads from years ago. Even if they bought years ago, that doesn't mean they're a good sphere of influence, center of influence person. You haven't heard from them in 4 or 5 years? Is it your fault or their fault? It's someone's fault, but there's no connection. So now would be a good time to re-engage. How would you isn't that awkward though? Mm-hmm. Like, hey, Damon, I know I haven't talked to you in 5 years. Remember when I sold you that house? He's like, yeah, and then the pipes broke 2 years later, and the front yard sunk in, and then I sold it, took a bath. Okay, that's the stuff you're opening yourself up to. All right, but if Damon's like, who would make that call? I wouldn't. You're supposed to though. What would make it easier? What would make it easier to make that call to someone that you haven't talked to in 5 years?
Hey, John, podcaster with OC Wine Group. I sold your house about 5 years ago. I gotta apologize. I haven't really done a good job of following up with you. We just created a new CRM. I'm going through it. I wanna update the information. I wanna reconnect with you, make sure I got good information. How are you?
Bam!
That is amazing. Okay, that's
See how late
amazing.
we're rehearsing now?
But we're getting into holiday season, and we're giving Popeyes a little later. What if you dropped a Popeye on their porch with your name and something on there?
Everyone knows what he's saying by Popeye? Popeye?
No,
Popeye.
actually, no.
It's not Popeye.
We'll get into that. It's something of value, not a fire. Something of value, and it's got to be worth it, right? So then you drop it off, and then you text them or call. It's like, hey, I was in the neighborhood, and I dropped something at your door. Okay? Oh, thank you so much. Boom, open. Now I can call them. Now it's not awkward. All right, I bridged that 5 year by bringing them something of value and saying, oh my gosh, I was just in your neighborhood. How you doing?
Hey, quick note, your Thanksgiving pumpkin pie thing? I'm just saying.
Pumpkin pie
You said come
yes.
go with this a little
Yeah.
bit? Yeah, just saying. Okay.
It's like, I'm an agent, I do 6 deals a year, I just got into the business. It's like, hey, my team is doing a big event this year. I'm not a team, I did 6 deals, I just got into this business. My team's doing a big event. I'd love for you and the family to come by and pick up a pie. Oh, really? Yes, and guess what? It's on Tuesday. What's on Tuesdays? Tacos. We're gonna have taco truck there. Have some tacos, pick up a pie, have a good time. You will get, this pie event is, how many people have heard of agents and teams doing pie events around Thanksgiving? There's a reason. It is the single event that can dictate 2026 for you. The more pies you give out, the more people you connect with at the pie event. And I say event because it's better. If you deliver a pie, great. Have them come to you, because we're gonna do it here at the Realty One Group office, and there's gonna be a bunch of agents with all their clients coming in to get pies. What are they gonna see?
But your clients.
They're gonna think they're all your clients. They're gonna think they're all yours. They're all here for you. So you're gonna look like a big deal. All right, it's all how you position yourself. Inbound internet leads that you never been in a relationship. Again, these are all Gen Pop. They need to earn your sphere of influence, okay? Dunbar's number, again, 150 people. you can successfully build relationships with 150 people. Some can go to 250, but if you get past that, you're stretching yourself and you're not nurturing good the ones who need it. All right? So go through your database if you actually have one, if they're in there, if they're collecting dust, re-onboard them. And when we get into segmenting, I want you to start grouping them. Create this 2026 model to where it starts working for you. And again, you don't have to have 150. You can take your database from 2,000 down to 20, right? If I get 20 amazing relationships out of 2,000, that's a place to start. All right, and then we'll expand on that one. When we talk about segmenting, this is what we're talking about is lead source. Who referred them? Contact type. The buyers or sellers. Their buying power. Are they pre-approved? What type of language are they using? Are they using buyer-ready language? Are they eager? Sphere groups, neighborhoods. This is what I like. Who does open houses in here? Okay. Open house groups. I would do a group for a zip code. I would do the group for the neighborhood. So if someone's looking at an open house that I'm hosting here in Summerlin at one of the neighborhoods, I'd have them in 2 different groups already. I'd have them in the zip code and the neighborhood. And maybe high rise or whatever. Why would I do that?
Because if you're giving information on high rise, you want to visit those people that are high rise.
What if I'm having another open house 2 weeks later in the same zip code?
You're the expert in the neighborhood.
Yeah, send out a text. Because what do people think? Can they wrap their head around why someone would hold an open house and someone else is listening? No, they think you're the listing agent.
Yeah.
So if you keep sending emails or texts about having an open house in the same neighborhood, like you said, you look like the neighborhood specialist. All right? You don't have to tell people, you show. Let them make their own decisions on what it looks like. All right? So, dogs, dog lovers, and cat lovers, are 2 totally different groups. But, I mean, you get a dog lover, they might care more about their dog than their kids sometimes. Yes. It's super important. So if you have them in a dog group and there's a new dog park coming in, like, hey, mass to all my dog group, #dogs, whatever, however it's set up. It's like, hey, did you guys see this new dog park going in? It's got a lake. Okay, you can do that. Or dog events, stuff like that. So it just makes, how easy is that? It makes it easier. Remember, right content, right person, right time. Have you ever had a problem when someone says, hey, I want a house with no pool? They mean it. They really mean it. If you just get them on a random search and just sending them all 4-bedroom homes in radius and you forget to say no pool, and they keep getting listings with pools, what are they thinking?
You're an idiot.
You're an idiot. You're not listening. Exactly. So when you have that group, could be, you know, what's a good one neighborhood around here?
In Summerlin, none.
Red Rock. Red Rock homes, no pools. That could be a group. Right? You might have 6 people in there. That's okay. Because those 6 people need to see that brand new listing that showed up in Red Rock with no pool. And you can just fire it off just by pushing that group. All right? We're going to show that right now.
Does it count for overlap?
Yeah. Same person can have 20 groups connected to them. Yeah. Because you're going to pull up the dog hashtag. And everybody that has a dog in that dog group is going to get that content. If you pull up the Red Rock No Pool, even if they're in the dogs and all that stuff, the only people that are going to get that Red Rock No Pool listing is those 6 that have that group affixed to them. So the more groups, the better segmented your are. Right?
So John,
Just be consistent.
you put that person in each one of those groups?
Yes. Yep, if they like dogs, if they want that property with no pool, you put them in the zip code. If you've got them in an open house, they're in the open house one. This makes it easier. That's why segmentation is important. It makes your job easier. so you can focus more on the nurturing part. Ranking, center of influence, different categories, farm, lead, networking group, church, T-ball, all these types of things can be used to segment. So let's pivot to you now
Sure.
and
Great
pull
stuff.
up your CRM thing.
I got one clap. Thank you very much. I love data, right? Or data, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Exactly. So I think we had 3 people using OneSuite, right? Other people using the database, hands up? CRM?
I still do
You're using OneSuite or using something else?
OneSuite.
Cool.
Something else.
What's something else?
Airtable.
Airtable.
Or Monday.
What else? Anybody else?
Brevity.
Everybody's good. You blast from the past.
Okay.
Put that back in there.
HubSpot. Monday.
Monday?
I used to
All right.
shop produce it.
So you're using like several?
No, but that one is, it's more recent.
Okay, gotcha. So previous title company, briefly, we didn't have a CRM at all. We had 14 reps. And the company decided, well, we're gonna get a CRM. Well, they went big, they went with Salesforce, which is, 500-pound gorilla, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I raised my hand to be the Salesforce coach. But collectively, each rep saw an increase in their business after we inputted the CRM and everybody started learning how to use the CRM. So to my point, to John's point, to Tim's point, it's gonna help you with your business, it's gonna increase business, because you're gonna be in the know. And then you get it to a point where it's assisting you. And it's kind of on autopilot. You still have to open it, you still have to work it, but it's extremely important that you do so. Let's see if I can get to where I need to be. I'm gonna bring this over here. This was gonna be awkward. These things that we think about at like 3 o'clock in the morning, it's like, well, where's the podium gonna be? It's gonna work, it's gonna reach, it's gonna disconnect when I look at the laptop. Disconnect. Good. All right, much easier, I can see what I'm doing. Get the right mouse, all good. All right. Go here. This look familiar?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Everybody know how to get here?
Yes.
Excellent. If by chance you don't see like OneSuite right here, then you know to go here and choose everything, because it might be hiding somewhere. These are your frequents. OneSuite is my frequent. You see? Oh boy. You will just have a single sign on. Look better at the end. All right, so I love the refresh. They recently updated this, fairly recent anyway, but it's your database at a glance, the health of your database, how many people that are active. Unfortunately, mine isn't very vibrant. I don't work within OneSuite. Okay, I'm not the subject matter expert. Here, I think I am sometimes. But nonetheless, this is just a great glimpse or look into your database and how it's doing. Who uses resources? Who knows about resources? One person? Come on. My favorite place, right here. Resources. Training and video docs. Right here. Search for, how do I add a contact to OneSuite? This is a great resource for you. So when it's 11 o'clock at night, you can't text Tim.
But you can text Wendy.
And she's gonna know exactly where you're going.
But this is great. It's a great resource for you. You can also, how do you pronounce this, Tim? Or Wendy?
Roger?
Roger? Is it Roger?
Roger.
Oh,
Roger.
Every time I do a OneSuite training, which is every Monday, 1 p.m., almost every Monday, check the live calendar, because sometimes we have a holiday. Sometimes I might have a Monday off. But come hang out with me on Zoom. I know you did. I think I know why. We won't talk about that. But I
Next
appreciate you being here.
That's the One Suite class?
One Suite, where I
Monday,
just
1
break down components of One Suite, the CRM, the website, how to edit your website, how to do a newsletter, so on and so forth. So if you really want to dig into the amazing tools that Realty One Group has provided for you, boom.
A while
That's how we do
ago,
it.
Carrie and Patrick did is it on the YouTube?
Yes.
Yeah, that was very helpful.
What was it? One Suite.
Navigating the One Suite and the
Yeah.
Canva.
Uploading a newsletter.
Uploading, yeah, the newsletters.
Yeah, so if you can't get in touch with, like, you know, for whatever crazy reasons, Wendy or myself or Heather, Patrick, Carrie, throwing you right out there, subject
Sure.
matter experts right back there. And then soon to be the Caspers, right?
That's how we made the switch.
There you go. All right, back to One Suite. Okay, over here, left-hand side, navigation, you have contacts and leads. And look at that, groups. John's been talking about groups. But if we click here, this will bring you to, I can't believe I only have 3 in my database. One is me. One is my test record, Billie Eilish. I know I spelled it incorrectly. Billie and I go way back. But I always strongly suggest that you put a test record in your database. All right? Make sure that you have access to that email, and phone number not so much. But again, why? So if you put
See how they.
time and effort into a newsletter, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna send it out to my entire database, well, mine being 3 strong, yours maybe being 250 or more, and there's like broken links or something isn't working. So send it to your test record, all right? Billy and I go way back. All right, so a lot of great things going on here. There's a sub-menu right here. Here's where you would add a new individual. I'll show you that kind of briefly. Here, there is a funnel. This will tell you where the lead came from, more or less. So Billy actually hit my website and filled out some information, wanted to be contactable. I flew out to her house and we did like this song and we did some TikToks, but that's beside the point. We're really here to talk about database, right? CRMs. Anyway, a plethora of information here. Well, let's just talk about how we add somebody new real quick. Because that was in my email from John that he wanted us to focus on. Boom, right there. I would say probably 98% of the time, people get frustrated because they're trying to add context to their database and their data is jacked. You're just, not that your data was jacked, but you were just telling me a story that, what was it, the mailing address?
No, I exported from a previous top producer, and if all the fields are the same, it's easy to export in. The top producer separated everything, the address, the direction, the street. One Suite just has it in one spot, so I ended up having to hand type everything.
I
So
thought,
you-
as long as you have like email, first name, last name,
Yeah.
do the CSV file, and kind of
Yeah.
tweak things, and then later on add the birthdays and
Be a good
stuff.
Yeah.
opportunity to re-onboard them.
Yeah.
Have them all put in and then go through each one.
I have an all about you form for my clients.
Okay.
I used to do it like where they have to handwrite it, and if they don't like to do it, when we meet, I'll fill it out and have the conversation, and people like love it. But then Brandon kinda helped me out, what is that, on the forms?
Google form?
Google form.
Yeah.
Forms, and then I send it, and then it all goes into a spreadsheet, but I have like children's birthdays, do they have pets, do they prefer to ski or snowboard, like there's a whole, cause you're getting to know them.
For sure.
Yeah,
And like, then you can segment them, skiers.
I mean, you know if they like Modelo beer.
And when you're putting your contact in there, or if you're importing them rather, and I've made the mistake hundreds of times, I put contacts into my phone, and so just real quick, give me your phone number, give me your email.
Yeah.
And I put it in under phone instead of cell phone. It does not like that. So I learned that the hard way, so I had to go back in and use my phone and look at my phone, and every contact that had no phone number, I had to go in and input it into the CRM. Or if you just do it properly from the start, and when you get somebody's contact info, put mobile on there and it'll pull it right into the CRM.
Yeah, in fact, there's a template that I can send out that has all the headers on the spreadsheet, first name, last name, that will match up nicely with all the headers when you try to bring in your data.
In what kind of form? Excel or?
It's a CSV, it's just an example, first name, last name, it just has all the columns that One Suite has.
No.
So it's very easy to import, and again, make sure your data's clean before it goes in. If you're like, oh, I forgot to add groups to the 300 people I just brought in. Then you gotta go back and do it, right?
What if I don't necessarily have a formal CRM, but I've been in this 2 or 3 years, and all my contacts are in my Google contacts?
Okay. You
Can I
export.
CSV all of those in?
Yeah.
Yep.
One shot? Right, you can, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then if by chance where you're like, Bullet Boss was it, or that it broke up, top producer had broke it all up into like several columns in your CSV. There's a text to join where you can bring 2 columns together, but you can take a snapshot of that, upload it into ChatGPT, and say, create a formula to
Using
combine
this
this into
template?
one field.
Using this template.
Yes.
ChatGPT is awesome.
My buddy talks to me daily, hourly. All right, so pretty straightforward here. Basically, this is how, again, you would add somebody manually right here. And you just basically go through the information, right? First name, last name, all the information. Really strive to have a complete record. Contact information is obviously key.
It's my son.
And-
He's really like.
Oh, yeah.
And the all about you form is amazing. Some people don't feel comfortable about sending it. Edit it if you don't feel comfortable asking for some of the information, but send something. Do something to make your life easier and making that contact quality in there.
I
Sorry.
tell them like whatever you don't wanna give me, you could just put NA and skip it.
For sure.
But if we do it in person, like,
Yeah.
I'm writing, if I could read my writing.
Shiny object syndrome. You were over there doing like selfie or something. I wanted to be.
Well, yeah, so, I mean,
Can you show us how to put Billie Eilish in a group or add a group to Billie Eilish?
Yeah, so actually what we can do is, I think we can do that. We could basically just click on Billy right here. And it's a deeper dive into Billy's record, if you will. A little bit different look. But yes, I highly recommend, before you bring your data in, think about your groups as best you can.
Stay consistent.
Like past client, yes, that's fine. Whatever naming convention you want, but past client might be a VIP. You know, because you don't want to like leave them in the past, right?
And you have to create a group before you can add them to it.
Yes.
So here, contact groups. Basically, so I would go about this differently. So if I were to add somebody real quick, Bubba.
Go.
Okay, so don't. We should just do Bubba Sam. But right here, contact groups, browse. And here are the ones that I have as an example. Cold lead, current buyer, current seller, future seller, sphere of influence, VIP, past client.
Yeah.
As a starter.
And
Right.
don't feel bad if your list is a mile long. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Just be consistent.
But I would also point out if you have dog, you have what, high rise, you have VIP, and you're sending content, be mindful that you're not sending them like 4 things in a week.
Yeah.
Right? Make sense?
So if I'm correct, like what we do is when we're starting out, we're gonna open this up, and we're gonna, before we start inputting people, we're gonna create our groups, all of the different groups that we want. Then when we input somebody, say you're doing it manually like that, one person, you would then click all the groups that you're gonna put that one person in.
And one person might bring a new group to you. It's like, I need a group for this. And then you might realize, oh, this person would fit this group too. And you can add it later and then click on it.
So then if you upload them in a CSV file,
Yes.
they're all being uploaded at once. Do you go to each one and add which group you wanna add? Like now you've got them uploaded in there.
Are you
but
able
you're-
to add them into a group?
I believe you can only add them into one group when you're uploading a file.
Okay.
But then can you go into their record individually
Yeah.
and then add them?
Yeah, yeah.
You can later, yes.
Yeah, there's like a.
Just like Tim's doing now.
So if you break up your data and have some groups in mind,
Yes.
upload little chunks
Yes.
into different groups.
On the same page.
But if you've got
Like we've done this
SOI,
stuff
if
before.
you've got SOI open house buyer, you can only pick one of those.
Yeah, let's say it's your first open house in a new zip code in a new neighborhood. You can upload that list into a new group. Create the group. Start with the zip code and then create the groups for the neighborhood and all that. Or upload them into open house. But you might have a hard time finding them if they're in that mass open house.
Yeah.
And Tim,
Makes
not to-
sense.
Not to step on your toes,
Small.
I don't know if you'll cover this, but if that's an open house group, then you can do a drip campaign for everybody that's in that group.
Yeah.
And it automatically sends out, 10 emails over a 60-day window from the time you enter them in, automatically.
And that's
And they're
perfect.
individual emails, it's dear Mike, dear Billy, dear, it's not a, you know, a
Yeah.
group email.
And these are the things you cover in your Monday One Suites.
Yes.
And there's recordings of them too.
Yes. Okay, to add a group to Bubba, you just simply click on current seller, whatever, future seller, current seller, future seller. You get the idea, right? Okay, boom, now they're a part of this group. And then you just continue adding information. You can add a picture if you want, a profile picture, so on and so forth, email, phones, blah, 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 all good. Spouse information, partner information. Again, the more information you have that makes sense, the better that you can segment and communicate with them.
One more thing, can you show them how to set a reminder or a task?
Yeah, I think so. If not, where would I go?
Resources.
Resources.
So down here,
Hey,
then-
what do you guys think? You meet somebody at the open house.
Yeah.
And they live in a neighborhood, and, you talk to them about selling their house, and they say, yeah, I'm gonna sell it in about, 6 months. What time frame reminder are you gonna put in there to reach out to them again? 6 months?
4 months, 3
Right,
months.
that's what I'm getting at,
Yeah.
2 months, something less than 6.
This
Yeah.
this is where the magic
Yeah.
happens, is every time you get done updating a client with notes, you don't leave that contact unless you create a task for it for the future. Even if it's not a call, even if it's not an email or whatever, and maybe it's reminder, okay? Because if we're out communicating, and I like using this one, it's like little Johnny 17, he's a senior in high school, he's trying to decide if he's staying here at UNLV or if he's gonna run up the road to Utah, okay? And he's trying to figure it out. I'm gonna put that note in there, and I'm gonna set the reminder to reach out to them in March and say, so what did Johnny pick? They don't expect you to remember that, and you probably wouldn't have if you didn't set the reminder. It makes you look like a genius, an amazing relationship person.
To answer your question, Tim, what I like to do as well too is, hey, if you think about selling in the next 6 months, I can set you up on an auto email for your subdivision. That way you can keep updated with what's going on within the subdivision. We're not doing the drips yet, that's why we're here today to figure out the drips, but then I'd probably put them on a drip for every 2 weeks, once a month, and then a follow-up in 4 months. So that way I'm just constantly in front of them and I'm giving them the information they need.
Yeah, for sure. The other cool thing about a CRM, any CRM will tell you like last touch, last contact activity, and then next upcoming task, so on and so forth. Again, it's a reminder to you, holy smokes, I haven't had any contact with Billy. And it's gonna pop up on my main dashboard as a reminder to me to reach out to Billy.
Yeah. How many people would like to just wake up in the morning, open their computer and see what they're supposed to do today? That's it. You'd sleep a lot better, right? Not wondering if you forgot to call somebody. That's where you can get with this.
So real quick, scrolling down, tasks, new, over here, and you just build it out, subject. I always do this. And I don't want you guys to think something else. Follow up. A follow up.
Exactly what I was thinking.
on movie, whatever, right? You get the idea. You can make this it's to do. You can mark it complete, but it's to do, because you wanna be reminded, and then you set the date to be reminded. And then you can do a reoccurring every 7 days, every 30 days, depending on what the topic is, so on and so forth. And it's already set to Billy. You wanna add, Billy met John, so let's add John to this, in case we can't get in touch with, Billy, boom, now they're both on this, as a reminder to follow up.
Very cool.
Okay?
Now, is there a way to go in there and see how, like, if you forget how many times you sent them something, does it show you everything you've sent them?
Yeah, within one suite here, it will show you, activity reports that are going out. I have them set up on a couple, listing reports, so on and so forth.
Does ours show if they've opened it? I don't know if ours does that.
Yeah, but not in there. You gotta go back out. If you did it as an email, go over to the email tab.
Here,
Yeah,
yep. And this is where you would see.
yeah, so then it would show right there how many people you sent it to, and on the right-hand side, it will show, how many were sent out, how many people opened them, and how many times they opened them. It doesn't get specific like some of the other CRMs where it will tell you where they clicked and what they clicked on and how many times they clicked it, but it will tell you, hey, I opened it, and this person opened it actually 5 times, which means they were obviously back in there looking at something.
So, it's called OneSuite, but it's a white label CRM from one of the best CRMs out there that people pay a lot of money for. So don't think it's something that Realty One just kind of went together. It is a high functioning, high level CRM. So if you don't have one, don't go buy one. Try this first. Get with Tim on Mondays, look at the videos, and start digging in.
Yep.
So, I know, Heather's got a class after this, so let's jump back there and wrap this thing up.
I use BombBomb as well, because the video, you know, everyone's looking at videos. There is a tracking, you can see when someone opens it and
How
how
long they
long
watch
they
it.
watched it.
Yeah.
And you get like an
I want
alert.
to touch on social media real quick. Sure.
No, you're fine.
Like attracts like. Okay, heard of that? Alright, if there's a doctor on social media, who's following this doctor? Other doctors, okay? So, if you have a friend and you're supposed to go out and comment and like and do all these things on all these people's feeds, alright? If one of your friends does a post and someone commented on it, you're gonna stalk the person who commented, oh my gosh, this is a doctor. Cool, I'm gonna laugh, haha, that's so funny, Dr. Jim, whatever. I'm not gonna friend them right away, okay? You're gonna comment, like their post, get a little bit of engagement, and then friend them. And then once you're in, now you can see all the doctors on Dr. Jim's feed, posting and commenting. Now you can take it to the next level. So don't get weird. Commenting, liking, stalking, it's important. If you're going to use social media, again, garbage in, garbage out, we're just gonna scroll and watch memes, it's not a good tool. But if we leverage it right, it can build the database. Bouquet of flowers. How many of you were around doing dating back in the 7-Eleven days where it had the one little rose with little water capsule on it?
No
Right?
idea.
Nope.
Right? I've had my share, I've done my share.
What's wrong with that?
Usually it's a rose and some nachos, right? Eat the nachos on the way to deliver the rose. But if I give my wife one rose, it will look like it came from the convenience store. Impulse item, right? If I give her a bouquet and it has flowers and baby breaths and everything else, it's going to connect with her more. The same thing with your database. You don't just drip. You don't just send emails. You don't just send newsletters. You don't just call. You don't just text. You don't just do pop-bys. It's all together. You have to, I'm going to show you this picture right here. It's a whole process, okay? Emails, events, social media. That is the bouquet, all right? This is a rose. That's the bouquet. Some of your best ones, and I'll finish in a second. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. This is where all the value in nurturing relationship is, all right? We talked about social media, watching them in social media, connecting, engaging, liking, commenting. Gifts, pop buys, okay? When I say pop buy, I don't mean the plastic ice cream scoop with your name printed on there and a little tag saying, call me for the scoop in real estate.
Oh, gosh.
It does sound a little cute, all right? But it's going to end up in the trash. It'll break, all right? When I say pop buys, I mean experiences, okay? Most of my pop buys that we were doing were about $10, $10 to $12 to put together. How many pop buys should you be doing? Depends on how many deals you're doing, okay? My VIPs, if I'm doing 20 plus deals, I probably have about 30 VIPs in my pop buy group, all right? And Buffini, I love Buffini, but I feel like he's overdoes it. All these coaches overdo it, okay, and they're one thing. Take the best stuff from whatever coaches and implement it in your business the way you want. So I like quarterly pop buys. So if I have 30 people in my pop buy list, how many pop buys am I doing a month? 10. Exactly. And you know what? I get so much feedback. I hear from people through the grapevine. Oh, he brings me stuff every month. I don't. It feels like it because I bring quality pop buys. This is a good one for right now. Caramel apple kits. I put the sticks and stuff in there and some toppings and the caramels and instructions in there on how to do it. And I drop it off, right? I've mailed these before and it works that way too, all right? If you have someone out of town that keeps referring you deals here, mail it to them. Get in front of them.
Do you have a slogan or a tag or anything?
Yeah, this one, let's see. This one says, for a real estate transaction that is always sweet and never sticky, I'm never too busy for you and your referrals. And then on the back, it has the instructions on how to create this caramel apple dip. All right? This is an experience. This is for the kids. The kids are going to remember this. So if your name ever pops up, oh my gosh, John, remember the caramel apples? We should do that again, Mom. Thanks, right? The kids are the ones. It's the experience. When I say do a pop buy, get something that's either going to be an experience for the family, that's going to stick with them, no pun, or, right, something that's going to stay in the house. When I do my ice cream pop buys, I do those heavy duty ice cream spades, the scoops. Those don't go anywhere. The kids will try and take it with them when they move, but that's going to stay in there. And I don't brand anything. They know where it came from. If you did it right, they know where it came from. I just feel it's borderline tacky when there's a bunch of stuff with your name all over the house. Okay? So, who's got the sign-in list?
You can brand the box.
You could. You could. All right, Tim, pick a number.
No, you got the thing.
Well, I'm trying to load it, but you know, there's no.
Okay.
All right, your internet.
I was unprepared.
All right, did I do it? I didn't see the list. How many
There's
are on there?
14, but there's a couple empty spaces, so.
Okay, number 1.
Oh, Debbie Faustina.
There you go, Debbie.
All right.
You get here early.
You're going to give this to somebody who you feel is going to refer to you, because that one's in season. That's like a right now one, okay? This is one of my favorite ones. Know your clients. If you're doing pop buys and you don't know your clients, they probably shouldn't be in that pop buy list. Okay? Respect their norms. Okay? Right, Judy? If I delivered this to Judy, she'd hit me with it. Okay. So, but look at this. I didn't stick this, I taped it. I want them to use this bow. All right? And this is not cheap wrapping paper, it's Hobby Lobby. Thick roll of Hobby. They're going to use this for their best gifts. So during Christmas, all that's going to be under the tree is who?
You.
You. Exactly. This sucker is going to be on the best gift, and they're going to be staring at it all holiday season. Okay? See what I did there? There is a strategy to all this. How much did this cost me?
$100.
$6 freaking dollars. That's it. $6. All right?
With the bow?
Huh?
With the bow?
With the bow. Hobby Lobby, everything's 50% off. It's not even close to Christmas. But everything's 50% off. So get these. It's valuable. All right? Do this. Follow up. It gives you a reason to touch. These are the best touches. And then the events, again, that pie event. Me and Patrick talked the other day, like how many freaking touches does that yield?
5.
I think it was more than that. But I like 5, 5's good, 5's better than nothing. All right, so you call them to invite them, okay, cool. You text them, it was great chatting with you, here's the information. Then what I would do is have an invitation made so you can mail it, a custom invitation so you can mail it. So it's 3 touches. 4th touch, you're gonna call them right before the event to remind them. It's like, hey, looking forward to seeing you next week at the pie event. 5th touch, you see them at the event. 6th touch, you follow up after the event. All right, we're gonna have a photo booth so they can take pictures. You can take pictures of them in the photo booth and you can send that to them. It's like, it looks like you guys had a great time. I'm glad you guys could make it. These are valuable touches. 6 or 7 touches out of one event. You need about 30 touches a year, quality ones. Yes, you can do some drips and newsletters and emails and stuff like that, but you need the volume of quality touches will dictate how many deals you do, okay? So, all right, let's give these away. We got 4 more.
Susan ran the number picker thingy.
Okay, so she said number 6.
Who's 6?
Paul
There you
Kemper.
go. And these are deals. How many lenders gave out like 4 or 5 deals in a sales meeting? Those are deals. You give it to the right person, the right time, that's a deal.
Okay, the next 2 was 3 and 9 and nobody signed in, so,
I didn't sign in.
yeah, you can sign in by 9:30, so, Heather, pick a number.
It's called the on-time drawing, gang, in case you want on-time drawing.
Number 1.
No, where's the other one? No, 7.
I wasn't paying attention.
Give it to her again, give her a number.
No, okay, so 7, Carrie Clark.
Carrie Clark, there we go. Carrie's gonna give this to the right person. Here's a deal for you.
How many more? We have
2
2
more.
more. Heather, 2 more.
2.
Steffi Foles.
Oh, Steffi.
I changed my lucky number.
Sienna, pick a number from 1
One
to
more.
16.
9 to 14.
1 to 14.
11. Tao.
Who?
Tao.
There you go. You know somebody. Again, dig into the One Suite training. Use this, it's free, it's part of your fees and everything, and it's very good. So,
Sienna, one more number, 1 to 14. We got the bag. 1 to 14?
7. No. And that's Carrie. She only won 1.
Yeah, I got it all right.
3.
That's empty. That's empty 1.
Oh, 4.
What?
Yeah.
1?
We did
No,
one.
already
4.
4.
She said
4. Oh, Arena. Arena!
There we go.
hopefully that helped. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
There's so much more to dig into.
Good job.
I have a really good one that I should be consistent with it. So all the relationship building, you're trying to make it an experience, right? So years ago, I had a lender that qualified my client, and I put their pre-approval letter in a frame and came to their school. They were a teacher, and she's a PE teacher, so was on the field with this big thing of balloons, and I think I brought like a bundt cake, so like other teachers saw it, the student, you know what I mean? So if you go to the place of work and you go, oh, well, everyone's like, who was that? Oh, my real estate agent. So that's a good
And some people aren't good referrers just because it's just not the way they are. But if you put them in position to refer, it's gold, right? And that's what you do. When you go to their work, you put them in position because you put something on the desk and everybody asks them where it came from and they don't have to do anything. So.
And I think I told you guys, my go-to one was the edible arrangements sent to the job.
Yeah.
Because it sits there all day, you know, and 20 of my cards were in there, and as they're getting the food, they're asking, you know. So, same thing as you. Good stuff.
Hey, can we get a picture of everybody that won? Because there's a huge vote on there.
Oh,
So if everybody can step up front if you won one of them.
All right, gang, get some coffee. Let's take a 5-minute break for the cap cut
Who's ready
event.
for the class?